Now, this popped up in a Facebook feed, a story about Jennifer Lopez from a certain news service. And as you can see, quite a strange little image here. And said to be with a teen escort, and it had caused a lot of kerfuffle, as it were. There's a lot of argument, and people are shocked, of course. And it just sort of shows the overall state of affairs at the moment. And as we can see, things are never what you see. Yes, attending the Broadway opening of Othello with the 17-year-old Emme Muñiz. M and Me. A very interesting name, isn't it? M-A. And the moon, of course, with the Muñiz. But they use they-them pronouns. The duo made a fashion statement in matching black looks. Emme's impeccable manners, including thanking the manager for adjusting their tie, also garnered attention. And yes, people think Trump is strange with tariffs or other things that are going on. There's a lot of strange things going on, I must admit, but this is, definitely happening here. A very interesting pattern here that Jennifer is wearing indeed. Jennifer Lopez at the kiss of the spider. There's a very interesting jawline there on this child. And we have the Mary and the Bell. Bell is beautiful. Bellis is war, so an interesting name always with the Bell. And Mark Anthony. Lend me your ears, countrymen. It was love at first sight back in February '88. Idea off and around. Very interesting here. Interesting part of the story about adjusting the tie here. 10 out of 10 for good manners. They're saying about Emme. But this Othello thing, Denzel Washington, Jake Silenthaw. And I'm thinking this was in the Supernatural or one of those things I was looking at recently. This name was definitely in. I have to go and backtrack. But on the floor, the checkered floor is a very important idea here. And we know superstars are. So all here shimmering under the theatre lights. Yes, some pretty heavy scenery here on the Hello Othello. This is Hello Magazine, I've actually got this on. And Jack is here. And Bond. Might as well be Bondage. Yes, certainly the anchor. Anchor, of course, we know the anchor very well. And this looks like two sort of, lizard sort of things looking at each other. I'm getting that little arm here. Pretty interesting outfit, that's certain there from good old J-Lo. It's an interesting looking birthday cake here. A little golden dog by the look of it. A little chair with 17 and a little wheel, looks like spin the wheel. Well, there we go. I'm a TRA hyper. Extra hyper. Interesting blue cakes. Yes, the good old twin ideas, Em and Max. I love these twins. Yes, all very flipped, of course, and this one now doing the try, scoring the try idea. Yeah, so the interesting thing about this Othello premiere and J-Lo is Othello, of course. It rhymes with J-Lo. But it definitely links to these ideas that they had. Of course, Obama is something like an Othello, being given the keys to Venice, as it were, keys to Washington. And the Walker, of course, GW, the Walker Bush, is represented here too. And of course, then we have Trump. So another nice little connection between the Obama and Trump. And of course, Obama, I don't think is finished. I think we're going to see more from Obama other than his movies. Something's going to go down with Obama, maybe head of the United Nations, or maybe being a super billionaire figure like a Musk. I'm not sure. And certainly what they're doing with Trump. People have got some wild prophecies for the next few months with Trump, and even the next few days, I've heard. This is certainly an interesting idea with Obama and Trump, and the Othello the Moor. And Iago, of course, is Jacob too, and that Jacobite thing, you know, with this Scottish, of course. It's quite interesting. So an interesting thing that this just happens to be coming out anyway. And when you look at it too, I could be L, Largo, Mar-a-Lago. Certainly there's the Mar-a-Lago Accords. It's an interesting idea. So they're sort of connecting Trump with Largo. There's one little connection, I guess. You know, because we have these stories, we've had them before, but this is a pretty dramatic one here that's made its way into the press here. Manufactured for the press, of course, Tatana Kasap. And Nikita. You've got the Russian idea with the Elton John song, haven't you? March 27. So, a pretty interesting little story here out of Milwaukee. And the Nine Angels. I was thinking about the nines today. So many ideas with the nine. And John Lennon, of course, because the other thing is this Madison Square Garden idea coming soon here with the John Lennon one-on-one concert. So the idea of a bit of chaos. Certainly Howard Lutnick would like that. He likes a bit of volatility and chaos. And as we've seen. So that was a very good prediction from this channel, I must admit, strangely. Crazy days indeed. So in upcoming videos, I'm going to really look at this Beatles and India connections, and of course the Trump India connections, because there's just quite a lot between them all. And certainly Madison Square Garden is a place of interest to me. I'll just do a video on the garden. And concert for Bangladesh, and John Lennon, and of course Lennon and Elton. I mean, Madison Square Garden has packed them in. This is certainly one of the most famous concerts that ever took place there, spawning a top-selling record, and had all the celebrities. Had the key liberation word. We just had Trump's Liberty Day. But Ravi Shankar, also another interesting player in the mix, no doubt, that needs a bit more investigation. Certainly a very interesting concert, and the beginning of all this stuff that we've now seen sort of fully coming to more of a fruition, you might say, all over the world, in fact. Alright then, thanks very much, folks, and thanks very much to the people who comment and support this channel. Good on yous.